Good morning. Day 2 of my Hotham Circuit. I'm just leaving Cape Saddle, or not Cape Saddle, Cape Creek. I'm heading towards Cape Saddle. Had a nice night down there at Cape Creek. It was bloody cold. It was probably 3 or 4 degrees, I guess. But yeah, it was cold enough for summer. I'm not sure where I'm going today. I'm just going to kind of see how it goes. The original plan for this trip had been to go to Hotham, spend a night or two at the General, maybe do a day walk around Hotham and then walk back. But the General's full. There's a wedding on there and they've booked the whole hotel out for 2 nights. So I'll either stop just short of Hotham today or just after Hotham, maybe swing out over onto the Razorback somewhere. It might depend a little bit on water. We'll see how I go. All right, I'll swing the camera around. It's a bit overcast this morning. I'll swing the camera around, show you what I'm looking at. So yeah, I'm heading towards Cape Saddle Hut now. I'll have breakfast. I might not have breakfast down there. I'll be there a bit soon. I'll have breakfast somewhere around there though. There's the sun poked through for a little bit. It'll come out later on. This cloud will burn off, I think. It's a pretty bleak place though, isn't it? I love it up here. So that hut out there is at Riders Yards, I think. Yep. And this one down here is Cape Saddle Hut. Used to have an orange roof back in the day. That's where I'm heading. So just below Cape Saddle Hut, there's a junction of like water races. There's no shortage of water here. However, the camping is fairly exposed. So Riders Hut is down there. It's not very far. It's probably the better spot to camp. Well, definitely the better spot to camp. They've recently redone this hut. Yeah, like I said, it used to have an orange roof. It's fairly Spartan. I'll have a look inside. So it's the same design as Langford Gap. This one hasn't got a little fireplace, but it's a lot nicer inside. But yeah, it's more just for emergencies, I think. So they're old SCC huts from when, well, they still make hydro down at Rocky Valley. But when they were building all these water races and the dam, I guess they were living out here sometimes. So that track there will take you across towards Pretty Valley. I'm heading up there. So yeah, I'm heading to pole 333. A few track markers around there. This old grove of snow gums above Cape Saddle Hut is fairly impressive. They've obviously missed the fires for years, and they look to be in fairly good health from here. Because yeah, if you look around, there's a lot of burnt snow gums up here. But this one here, this little grove, is in good shape by the look of it, so let's hope it stays that way for a while. So I just had some brekkie down a little creek. That's Mount Mackay over there, I think. This one up here to my left, the little pimple, is Mount Jim. I'm actually going to be going around that virtually today. Okay, there's another look at Mount Jim. I've come up that pole line there this morning. This is pole 333. That's coming up on the video. That's where I'll be going in a couple of days, and that's where I'll be coming from. That's Weston's hut down there. The longer huts down there. I'm heading this way today though. Still on the falls to Hotham and Alpine track. So I think that looks like it's higher. That's Mount Loch, that mountain, and the one behind it with the towers is Hotham, which is where I'm kind of heading. And that's straight down the pole line to the left of that flat top. I think that's the general where I normally stay when I'm up here, but it's booked out at the moment. Alright, that's Young's hut down there, and that's the High Plains back over that way. I'll be back in a day or two. Okay, I've made it to the snow gums. Had a nice break in the shade. And now I'm going to drop down to Dibbins. It's a fair drop too. So I'm on my way down. There's some nice views as you drop down towards Dibbins. I haven't quite got them here, but across to the Razorback and Feathertop through there. If I get one a bit lower down, I'll swing the, I'll turn the camera on and get a shot of it. So I'm heading towards a place called Basalt Temple first, and then plunge down to Dibbins Hut. It's nice to be a little bit of a shade for the first time really since I left yesterday. That's the side of Feathertop there. It's not a very good shot though. So that's Basalt Temple in front of me. The track sidle's around beside that. But you can easily scramble up for a view if you want. It's good in the morning sometimes when the valleys have still got cloud in them. So that's that view of Feathertop I was talking about. Alright, I'm down at Kabungra Gap. I think it's Kabungra Gap. There's camping here. If it's chock-a-block down at the river down at Dibbins. That's Mount Loch in front of me, I think. Possibly. Or the shoulder of it anyway. So yeah, there's a bit of camping just in this kind of gap here. If the river flats are too busy and all the platforms are taken up. So these are the official camps for the Falls to Hotham walk, these platforms just above Kabungra River here. So you need to book those. So like I was saying, those platforms have to be booked. But the hack here is there's better camping anyway down here near the river. The Dunnies up here. There's also camping up near Dibbins Hut, which is through the trees up there. And they don't have to be booked or paid for. So unless you really want to camp on a platform, I'd be thinking a bit of flat grass would do me. Actually, what will do me right now, though, is a bit of shade and maybe some lunch before I climb up there. Okay, so I'm well into the climb up to Dibbins Hut now. It's a warm afternoon, but it's not super hot. So I'm lugging 2 litres of water up here because I think the creek near Dibbins Hut will be dry. I think I can get water at the Mount Loch car park though, which will do me for tonight, wherever I end up. All right, I'm pretty well up Swindler's Spur now. I'm just heading across to Dibbins Hut. There's a little bit more up and down, but it's not too bad. So this is the inside of Dibbins Hut. There's a school group just turned up, so I'm about to head off towards Hotham. Okay, so I'm not sure if I got a shot of Derek, but yeah, school group turned up. So I'm walking through Mount Hotham Alpine Resort now. I'm heading over to that kind of red building where I'm hoping to cook tea and find some water. We shall see. And then the plan will be drop down onto the Razorback somewhere and find somewhere flat to camp for the night, I guess. So there's Feathertop. And that's buffalo out there, and the Razorback in the foreground. So that is where I'm thinking of camping tonight. But here is where I hope to get some water. Okay, how flashy is this? This is this visitor welcoming kind of centre at Mount Loch, near the Mount Loch car park out there. It's open. Not only is it open, it's got bins, recycle, power if you need it, water, toilets. However, it also says shower. There's even a shower. Fuck, I might stay here tonight. Jimafung. That's where I'm going in a couple of days. This one over here will be pointing to Feathertop, I guess. Yeah. Wow. This is very good. All right, so I'm going to have tea here, and then I'm going to fill up some water and walk out onto the Razorback, which I can see from here. That's the Razorback out there, heading out towards Feathertop. I'm going to camp, like I said, down in that saddle down there at the Big Dipper tonight. So I need some water. Okay, just had dinner at the Hotham Alpine Gateway. Did contemplate spending the night on one of their couches, but figured I'd better not. So I'm just wandering over to the Razorback now and find somewhere to pitch the tent. So that futuristic building is where I had tea. Down there. And I'm heading over towards the Razorback over there to camp. Okay, I've made it down to Dibbins Hut. This is where the Razorback starts over there. So for anyone who's wondering why I don't just go and pitch my tent up near that picnic table, you're not meant to camp at Dibbins Hut. It's in the Mount Hotham Alpine Resort boundary, apparently. So I'm going to head out there until I find a spot. I know there's a spot on the other side of the Big Dipper because I camped there with Yo last year maybe. But I might find something closer than that. You never know. I'm going to side around the right there. So I'm cycling around the top of Diamantina Spur there. It just saves a little bit of climbing going this way. I'm a little bit worried about this wind. Camping up here, it's a little bit more wind than they were predicting. We'll see how we go when we get there. So I dropped off the side into this patch of snow gums. Got a little spot here for my tent, kind of nestled into the snow gums a bit. So it'll do me. The sun's just going down. I'm going to be in bed in a minute. So I might just sign off before it gets too dark. I did caught AllTrails around 23.3 k's today. Climbed about 880 metres. So I finished the Falls to Hotham walk. I got to Mount Loch. Basically had tea at that flash visitor centre kind of entrance centre to Mount Hotham. Hung around there for probably an hour and a half, just resting and chilling out a bit. Then, just as it was about to get dark, I wandered down the road to the Razorback, and I was probably about 1 kilometre into the Razorback. I'm probably on the opposite side to where Bonaccord Spur takes off, I guess. I'm just in some snow gums. So yeah, today was a pretty good walk. Not super hard. I really kind of cruised along today. Stopped for quite a few extended breaks. So it was a long day, but it wasn't a particularly hard day. Tomorrow, though, probably will be a little bit harder. The plan is along the Razorback, drop my pack at Diamond Tuna, grab my day pack, my water, go out, fill up water at Feathertop, climb Feathertop, come back, pick up the pack, and then drop down Diamond Tuna and up to Weston's is the tentative plan. If I don't make Weston's, I'll camp down at Blair's Hut. We'll see how that goes. The Diamond Tuna's a bitch, so it's steep as. So we'll see how that goes. All right, I'll catch you in the morning.